Today I'm at a park. Normally I hate working parks, but looking on the old map, over by that clump of fir trees over there is another field, which is part of the park, and on the other side of those trees is a house that was built in 1820. In between those trees and the other side of that field is a pond, so I suspect people were traveling back and forth. So we'll check it out and see what we find. I had a mid-70s tone here, and it was deep. That might be a ½ cent. Let me clean this off. It is a ½ cent. Let me clean this off, see if I can get a date. I think it's going to be 1808. You can see the 1/200 on the bottom. That's awesome. That's my first ½ cent. I'm really excited about that. Had a mid-70s here. Again, this popped up. I think it's going to be a button. Let me clean it off, see if there's anything on the front, but that is a big old early dandy button. Yep, it's just a plain dandy button. No George Washington this time, but still an awesome find. Hit a scratchy 45 here. I see a half of something round down there. Clean it off and see if it's a piece of a coin or a piece of a button. I think it's a piece of a button. Had a 57 here. We got our first buckle. I was hoping to find a shoe buckle here, but I don't think this one's very old. I had a scratchy high tone here, and I flipped the plug over. Now it's really screaming. And it's not showing iron. So let's see what it is. Oh, I know what that is. Oh, let me clean this off. This is early. I forget what they call these things, but this is Rev War era. So this is an early site. Awesome. Had another 55 here, right by the road. It's a big dandy button. Let's see if there's anything on it. Let me get a better look at it. It's gonna be another plain one. It's got the shank on it. Still finding early stuff here, right next to the road. So I found that dandy button right here, and right next to it. It was a high 40s, low 50s tone, and I see a rim of copper poking through. It's gonna be another early button. Let me clean it off and see if there's anything on it. This is turning out to be a great spot. It's just another plain one, but it's early. There's a little bit of gilt showing through there. think it's amazing when you get to a spot like this where a 40 could be a 250-year-old button or a pull tab. So you gotta dig them all. Had a scratchy high tone here. Pulled the plug out. I see something round down there. It's half-cent size. It's gonna be another half-cent. Unbelievable. Let me clean it off and see exactly what it is. 1804. Unbelievable. Got a really nice high tone in the field here again. Small. Doesn't sound that deep. Let's see what that is. Nice large scent, that would be nice. It's still down there. It sounds really good. Right there. I think it's a coin. Let me clean it off and see what it is. It's really thin. It might be a British coin. Let's see. You can just make out a bust on there. That's an early one. I think that's a Connecticut copper. You can see the bust. It's got that poof of hair on top, and it looks like you can see the end of Octory there. So that's going to be 1780s, and that would make sense because looking on the map, the guy who settled here was from Connecticut. That's an interesting find. That's my first Connecticut copper. I found a Jersey copper last year. That kind of sounds like a dandy button. It's small and deep. Let's see what that one is. At least the ground's nice and soft. It's going to be frozen soon because it's supposed to be in the single digits by the end of the week. Still there. What's that? Let me clean this off and see what it is. It's not a pull tab. Don't know what that was, but it was gold plated. Interesting. Oh, starting to snow. So I'm across the street from the park. I still got to do that field over there, but I saw a ramp to a barn in the woods here, so I thought I'd swing here a little bit. I got a low tone, and we got a very early spoon. That's an early pewter spoon. So I'm gonna have to check this out over here too. Let me clean it off. Yeah, that's definitely an early one. That's probably late 1700s. So I'll have to check this little area out here, and then I'll get back to the main section. It's snowing pretty good now. Hard to stop when you're finding stuff like this. That's a pretty nice high tone right there. It's pretty deep too. Let's see what that is. I'm right next to the road. Not expecting much being right next to the road, but you never know. Sounds really good now. Look at that. Right next to the road, there's silver sticking out. $18.98 barber. Whoop. Very nice. So I've worked my way back in the field. I'm right behind the old house. And I got a mid-50s tone in this clump here. It's going to be a little ox knob. That's a small one. Let me clean it off. Yeah, it's a little ox knob. That's a small one. I've never seen one that small. I'm still behind the house here. And I had a mid-50s tone. And it's going to be an old tomback crotal bill. Let me clean it off a little bit. I think this one's actually going to be a sleigh bell. It looks like it had the round mount on top and it's got the two cuts in it. That's a cool old bell. Right on the border of the house. I got a really nice high tone. Not that deep. Let's see what it is. Right there. It's another ox knob. One of those little ox knobs. Excellent. Just had a mid-80s here. A buckle popped up. Hoping it's an old one. Not too old. We'll keep going. had a 30 here. I was kind of expecting a pull tab, but something round popped out. It's an old button. Let me clean it off, see if there's anything on it. That was an old pewter button. Really early. Starting to get dark now. So I started working my way up the hill behind the house, and I had a really high tone here. It was shallow, so I didn't think much of it, but there's a big green something down there. Let me clean it off and see what it is. I don't know what that is. Detroit Lubricator Company. It was patented, looks like 1911, 1913. I'll have to look into that and see what it is. Starting to get dark now. I'm gonna make my way back to the car. There's the new part of the park over there. All of that across the street, and all of that on the other side of that brush is part of the park, but no one ever goes over here for some reason. Well, found a lot of good things. Unless I find something else on the way back to the car, that'll be it for this video. I'll get a wrap-up video together. Gonna do a quick wrap-up video. For being in a public park, there was a lot of cool old stuff there, so when the snow's gone, I'll be going back there again. But up top, I got the ox knobs, a couple of buckles. Turns out this is a float bowl off of an old carburetor from an early 20s Dodge Brothers car. Got the pewter button, one flat button, two dandy buttons. Got the sleigh bell. This cleaned up, and you can definitely see there's some gold plating on it, and it looks like it was soldered to something. I think it's going to be a piece of old jewelry, or maybe a brooch or something like that. Got the old pewter spoon. That's going to be mid to late 1700s. Got the bridle shield. 1898 barber quarter. 2 half-cents. 1804 and 1805. And it looks like this is going to be a Connecticut copper. So that's my first half-cent and first Connecticut copper. And this piece here I thought was a button. It's really close to the size of this Connecticut coin, so it could be someone was making change for a penny at some time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe.